our core customer, at least on the sedan and SUV side of things, will want to know that a human being is outside to load their luggage. They'll want to know that that it's not everything in automation, because there's some value in having a human being driving a vehicle there, and because that person knows that if there is adversity that comes with that traffic, or that things will, they'll get to their destination.
That's got to be a way bigger threat to Uber.
Way bigger threat.
Do you have a brilliant startup idea? Visit our website at eapla.com to schedule a Blue Couch meeting and launch your startup journey today.
All right, welcome back to On The Cusp. We're in the foyer here of the BRF. I got my co-host Matt Snyder back with me for another episode. Who's our guest, Matt?
Okay, so today we have Ronnie Remedies of Shreveport Limousine. Thank you, Ronnie. I've heard about your business for years and years and always admired what you do at Shreveport Limousine, and I'm real excited to visit with you and hear the story a little bit today.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having us on. It's good to be here and be part of the talk of Northwest Louisiana.
Yeah. People always act like it's so hard to do business in Northwest Louisiana, so we're always looking for great stories like yours of successful businesses that have really maintained and both grown.
Yeah.
I mean, your business has grown.
You've had, Shreveport Limousine for how long, and what all the services you guys provide?
Yeah, we've been in business 25 years now. I started Shreveport Limousine as a side business. I was a Shreveport fireman at the time.
Oh, cool.
And it's evolved. We actually sold our last stretch limousine about 6 months ago. So we have no stretch limousines.
Wow.
Everybody thinks of like an old school.
Yes, which is part of the evolution. But we provide party buses. We have the Mercedes limousines, corporate sedan service, and we have luxury buses. And then we've moved since we've acquired iShuttle a few years back. Now we're in the bus space, and we do everything from shuttle buses to the mid-size buses that we use for traveling ball teams.
I want to talk a little about the car service side of your business.
Okay.
Because that's something that really I feel like you see everywhere else so much. And like, I've never really noticed it in Shreveport or thought of it that much in Shreveport. Is that a viable business in Shreveport, Louisiana?
It's taken a long time to grow that, but that's actually one of the things that has been our consistency over the years is our business traveler. Okay, and so we have a fleet of luxury SUVs and sedans that where someone's business travel doesn't, they don't want a stretch limousine to pick them up, but they want a driver that's going to be there, 15 to 30 minutes early. They know they're going to be on time in a clean car, suit and tie driver, professionally trained to get them where they're going. So that's kind of where we're a bit different than some of the TNCs like Uber and Lyft.
Right. Because Uber and Lyft, they're doing
You don't know
great.
what you're going to get.
Yeah, you don't know what you're going to get on that.
Yes, and our customers that are willing to pay for a bit of more certainty with that. And the TNCs have their place in the world. They compete mostly with the cab services, but sometimes their business model is good for business because a lot of folks, you can get to a concert, but you can't leave a concert because there's not the availability. So that's part of what our clientele will pay for, is to know for a fact that you can send your driver a text message outside of the Brookshire's Grocery Arena, and your driver will be at the front door before you get there when you're ready.
That's worth a serious dollar amount to me, to be able to know I can walk out when I want to walk out and get in a car and leave.
Yes.
I mean, that's huge. So we talk a lot about, we've had the airport on several times and different things. I'm very interested, is that kind of traveler coming to Shreveport often? A high-powered business guy, government person? How
or is
often
it all
are they
casinos?
in Shreveport?
Is it all casinos, or is it business people coming here?
No, it's business. And the interesting thing about our industry is we have our finger on the pulse of things that are going on before anyone else knows, because when they come in to scout the area for X, Y, and Z project,
Right.
just like recently with all of the data centers and the oil and gas, there's been a lot of really large private jets coming that we don't normally see, with people that are serious investors and serious players, which is very encouraging to see. Those type of things.
That's
happening.
cool. You have a front row kind of seat.
Yeah, you got a front row
that.
seat to that. Justin's going to, when Justin sees this, he's going to be having you sign a NDA.
Well, I was going to say I do have an NDA, so we can't talk about it.
Okay,
It is.
good.
So, and it's part of being professional that you keep those their movements private. But there has been a lot of activity here. But so yes, to answer your question on the business traveler is coming through Shreveport, not just on private, but on commercial. Travel as well. We're seeing an uptick in the people coming through Shreveport Regional Airport.
So you feel like that happens regularly, but even right now, and it's even more.
Yes, it's grown every year. We've had to add. Last year we added an additional SUV to keep up with the demands, and our sedan service trips are in the thousands every year. It's a significant portion of our business model.
And that sedan service business, let's just use 1,000 as a number or percentage, whatever. How much of that do you think is out of town customers to in-town business?
That would be a large portion of that. That would probably be 60% of that is the
outside
people from outside of Shreveport coming in, whether it be a doctor coming in to give a talk on new medicines that are being released to a group of doctors here in town, or someone that's a C-suite manager coming in to deal with things that are here locally. They have a plant or factory here.
That's a huge deal. It's these things I think we don't think of as a community that matter. But if that guy's coming, the data center guy's coming to Shreveport to look at a project, and you don't exist, that's a strike one on Shreveport right there.
Yes, why it's so important for our drivers to be good ambassadors for North Louisiana, and when they're asked a question, they have an idea of what we do in this area, and they are welcoming, and because that's the first person that
absolutely
someone may meet when they come to town would be their chauffeur. So. Yeah, we try to screen our people carefully to be sure that someone gets greeted with the proper welcome to Shreveport, and obviously we have our traveling celebrity clients when they come into the arenas here, and we're always sure to thank them for stopping in and helping us. That's
cool.
Good for business all around, especially for hospitality.
Now you guys are more than just a limousine service. You got iShuttle. You bought that. What is iShuttle service?
iShuttle is more for the corporate shuttling service for the high frequency. Like we may have a contract with a school and to move people from remote parking in to the classroom. We have airline flight crews that we pick up the crew to and from the hotels.
Yeah, that's a cool business we were talking about the other day. Another thing you don't think of, but all those people flying in,
those crews
makes that work.
Yes, they all require movement. So yes, we changed our the way we think with after we acquired iShuttle, and we all think we're better than we are. We all think we know the transportation business, but you truly don't know that side of things until you get into it. And so once we started looking at all the different avenues and opportunities that there is for things like the airline flight crews, then we began to start to go after some of those opportunities that have. So trying to keep our people busy and our everything flowing.
Let's talk about 25 years in an industry that seems pretty evolving and changing, a quickly changing industry for sure. You have been able to stay relevant and change what you offer and acquire other companies. Talk about why that's important and just any stories or...
Yeah, 25 years ago, there were more than 10 limousine companies in town that had fleets of limousines. And that's the amount of business that there was. And so over the years, some of those have gone out of business. I've acquired a few of those. And but as the demands change in an industry, you have to evolve with it. And I remember when we went to the convention years ago and they had the Mercedes Sprinter, they were introducing that. And I said, no one will want a delivery truck with a limo interior. That's never going to happen. It's never going to take place. Well, that's exactly what we have today. We don't have any more stretch limousines. They're not even built anymore. So
really,
yeah,
a stretch limousine is not made anymore.
No, they don't build those. So you can get them built one-off, but they don't, quote, mass produce those as they used to.
So the industry is moving to this Sprinter.
Yes, that's about the only thing you can get on demand, I guess.
Right.
You can have anything custom built.
I guess that's like, as the world went, think about like my parents all had cars. Now everybody has SUVs.
That's right.
That's
or
right.
station wagon back in the day, right? Now that's today's. Yes. So we had the demands of the traveler who did not want a limo because it looked pretentious and it looked like you were wasteful. They just wanted a transportation with the assuredness that the level of service that they would get. So that's how we got into the sedan and SUV side of things. And that's grown and been probably 40%, 30 to 40% of our revenue for the past 10 years.
Your vehicles are very impressively like maintained and the looks of them. Like, talk about the importance of that.
We have a 7-day-a-week detail team that's at the office and runs nearly 24 hours a day. It's so important that if you're going to try to differentiate yourself from the TNCs from Uber and Lyft, that you show up with a clean car, a driver that's on time, professionally trained. So, yeah, we keep our vehicles washed at least every other day. Most of our trips, they wash them before that. They wax them every month, and it's a lot of moving parts in this industry. So we'll do probably in the 2026 between 8,000 and 9,000 trips.
Wow.
This year. So
that's awesome. I always make the argument that when people talk about business being so hard in Shreveport, I always say, name one business that was really well ran, that put their money into doing things at a high end level that would match with other places in the country you travel to, that's shut down. And people almost never can come up with one. The places that have a hard time in our area, probably like other places, are places that are not reinvesting in their product, not reinvesting in what they're doing. And
keeping up with the market changes, because that's exactly what you've done. I mean, the industry that you're in has changed significantly, all right? And if you're not keeping up.
Let's go down one fun path down that then. I'm in these other cities and I'm getting passed by these driverless cars. What is your thoughts on that? Where are we going with that? Is Shreveport Limousine going to have driverless vehicles in 5 years?
Well, I'll never say never. One of the benefits of all the quirks that Shreveport has is we tend to be behind things, right? We're not going to be on the leading edge of something.
So, you're not going to see a Waymo on Uri Drive in the next year.
If it happens in Dallas, it will happen here in 5 or 10 years from that. But that is something that that will come eventually.
Right.
Okay? I jokingly say, well, we need to at least repaint the lines on I-20 if we want to have a driverless vehicle.
Yeah, we better do that. So
they're going to be going wild.
But the customer that's our core customer, at least on the sedan and SUV side of things, will want to know that a human being is outside to load their luggage. They'll want to know that that it's not everything in automation, because it's like when you call into the automated center and they say, state your problem. And your problem is not part of the prompt, so they hang up on you.
Yeah,
right.
Well, there's some value in having a human being driving a vehicle there, and because that person knows that if there is adversity that comes with that traffic, or that things will, they'll get to their destination.
That's got to be a way bigger threat to Uber.
Way bigger threat to that market.
It really is. I think this is going to happen in a lot of AI things. I think there's going to be a shift where it goes so far, and then there's going to be a huge push back for customer service and humans.
But I think this may have been part of their plan long term anyway, because there's not Uber and Lyft have not necessarily invested in metal. They have invested in technology and in evolving technology, right? So if their customers, they're building that loyal customer base and that expectation. So now if you rent a sedan service for me on Saturday evening, we send you a link and you click on the link and you can see your sedan coming toward you, but that's what a customer's come to expect
Right.
from the TNC.
Wow,
So
I didn't even
competition,
realize
makes it all
you're
better.
that automated as
Yes,
well.
yeah.
That's
So-
amazing. So what's next? What is it for you? Where you're going next in Shreveport?
Yeah, as we continue to evolve, there's lots of exciting things happening. Of course, with we're going to see an influx of 25,000 construction workers, which all of those economics move into the market, right? But where we're going here, 2026, we're moving into acquiring some of the larger buses to satisfy some of the clients that we have in their long-term relationships. Will bring us kind of full circle to everything.
So when you say
encompassing.
tour buses, you're talking the 50-pack,
Yes, the larger
the
buses.
big, larger...
Like a full-on
motor coach.
motor coach. Yeah.
Yes, and that will, again, make us kind of a one-stop shop for just about everything. Now, as the demands grow for those things, again, you have to respond to your customers when they continually ask, do you have this? And we have some needs in the market that aren't met. So we're doing that. We're going to maybe do some rebranding, like we talked about with the Shreveport Limousine brand.
The brand has gotten so big, and we've talked a lot about there's not an old school limousine in the brand.
Yeah.
That's right, yes.
But you're a full service transportation company at this point.
And it's very difficult sometimes to convey that we're not just a limousine company. When we ask, why didn't you call us if you needed a bus or a sedan service or airport pickup? We didn't need a limo because the name on the surface,
Right.
it's so hard because there's so much noise on the internet, right? You have to get through all of that. So we're going to move to a Shreveport Transportation Group where at least our new customers who've maybe not used us and not aware of what we do will at least give us a look when they're looking for those.
I think that's
things.
a great move.
I do too. I really like that because
limousine, even as a word, I feel like it's fallen out of fad. You know, like
when you think limousine, you think rotary phone, right? So how many people have actually
Ronnie says this a
contracted
lot.
a limousine?
And I think he's right. When I think limousine, I think, ooh, if somebody sees me in town getting out of a limousine, they're going to talk about me.
Yeah.
You know, like that's going to hurt my business
Yeah.
if I'm seen getting out at Coy in a stretched limousine.
Right,
But I
absolutely.
would like an SUV with a private driver to pick me up.
I know
and
for
take
us,
me,
when
you
we're
know.
entertaining groups that are coming into Shreveport, you want to be in the vehicle with them so when they can ask questions, okay? Because they see things and they go, well, what's that mural over there, okay? There is no substitution for being with them and being able to communicate those key things to them.
Yeah.
It's key. Ronnie, this has been great.
Yes, thank
Best
you. I
of luck.
appreciate you having me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Matt.
much,
Yes, sir.
Ronnie. Thank you.
All right.
Enjoy the podcast? We would love your feedback about today's show and who you think should be our next guest. Send us an email at info@eapla.com. Also, be sure to share the show and leave a comment on our social media post.